Hello, it's Jamieson here, Managing Broker of RE/MAX Crest Realty Westside with your frequently asked questions. Today's question comes from one of our agents right here at the West 7th office, and their question is, I'm listing a detached house in East Vancouver, and we don't want to look at offers until after the open house on Sunday. Is there anything I need to do differently when using this type of marketing strategy? The answer is yes. You have to be very careful with this. In a current market situations like we're having right now, a detached house in East Van is probably going to go to multiple offers, and so allowing it to have full market exposure before looking at offers is not necessarily a bad idea. The problem is your MLS rules of cooperation require that all offers must be presented to the seller without delay through the listing brokerage unless instructed otherwise by the seller in writing. Because of that rule, if you put it on the market on Monday but you're not looking at offers until Sunday and you don't have instructions from the seller to the contrary, you have to present all offers without delay. And that means pretty much immediately. So if you want to do this strategy, what you have to do is you have to get separate written instructions from your seller indicating that they don't want to look at offers until Sunday night. The other agents have a right to ask for that, and you'd have to provide that in writing to them to show them that you have the seller's permission. So if you're going to go with this marketing strategy, make sure you do that. You could put it in the Schedule A of your listing contract. The problem with that is you don't necessarily want to be sharing that with anybody. So I recommend having it as just separate written disclosure from the or instructions rather from the seller, letting them know that they don't want to look at offers until Sunday, and you can then tell people that. One thing I've seen people do, and I don't recommend it, is putting in the realtor remarks that you're not looking at offers until Sunday. Because of this rule and your agency duty, you would at least still be forced to tell the seller that they have an offer that they could look at. Even if you're not presenting it until Sunday, if an offer comes in on Wednesday, you have to make the seller aware of that offer. They're naturally going to want to look at it, and if it's $10,000 over asking, even though you think you might be able to get them more on Sunday, they could say, you know what, I'm happy with that price, let's take it now. In the meantime, unfortunately, you've put in the realtor remarks that you're not looking until Sunday, which means that the other agents through our board have a right to rely on that information. Come Sunday night, when you tell them that you have an accepted offer on the property and it's sold, they're not going to be very happy, and you will get in trouble with the board. This has happened to many realtors in the past, unfortunately. That's the reason we don't recommend it. My recommendation, rather than put it in the realtor remarks, is to simply let people know as they phone that you're not looking at offers until Sunday night. You'll have your separate written instructions from the seller that you can provide them if they ask. And that way you can also keep a list of the agents that are interested. So that way if anything changes and the seller decides for whatever reason to accept an offer or look at offers earlier, you can go back through that list, call everybody that talked to you and was waiting till Sunday, and let them know that situation's changed, that you're going to be looking at offers on Friday night, let's say, and they have a chance to come in and present an offer as well. This is the only way you can do this strategy without potentially putting yourself at risk. You have to follow the seller's instructions if he wants to look at it early, and yet you've got board rules you have to follow. The seller's not going to care about your board rules. He wants to sell his house. So don't put yourself in a position where you can get in trouble with the board following your seller's directions. I hope this helps, and good luck with your strategy.